Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Voyagers and the Titans coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Tennessee Titans taking on the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, it's been better than 2 decades since Kevin Dyson wound up a yard short of the end zone when they almost beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. But now the Titans are back in the big game for the second time in franchise history.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? And all Titans fans fired up, so excited to have their team back competing one more time for a Super Bowl trophy. They hope certainly this time that 1 yard is to be found.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. The final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And bringing them out is the rare southpaw in his 4th year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season, but Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. We always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is DJ Chark. Taken in at the 22. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Here's 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Fielded at the 33. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Try to run forward with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up fourth down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. Here's Herbert. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. And this one too low.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Tua. That's complete to Wicks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He gets that one complete to Wicks. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tua now on 1st down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Got a man open, it's Chase. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
To the air again, Herbert. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase from 17 yards out. And the Voyagers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Byron Pringle now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Titans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now. Tua going to throw. This is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Justin Herbert and the offense back onto the field. He found Jamar Chase with a touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll try again here with a first down. Here's Herbert. Open man is Chase, complete.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
But maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Herbert now. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run over center with Mitchell.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Herbert back to the air.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Herbert.
Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker
from 6 yards away.
And the Voyagers have moved out in front.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Oswald good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. This short throw caught by Goddard. So 8 yards on the completion there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Tua. He's got a man. It's his fullback. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From midfield, here's Tua. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He gets that one complete to Wicks. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Okay,
it's been a tremendous season from beginning
likely going to play a big role in
and
this
now we'll
third
play
quarter
one half
in what's
of
been
football
a
to
tight
decide who
contest
raises
so far.
the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call,
and here comes
let's get
a
it right
return
back
from just
to
beyond the
Brandon
goal
in charge.
line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Here's Herbert. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
There he goes, left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was looking pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Herbert on first down now.
Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Second down and 3. Throw left side complete to Chase.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can draft anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. On first down, Tagovailoa.
And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. John Jenkins drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here's Herbert. He's got Hooper on the short connection.
His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Good one. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker.
His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Voyagers are able to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point now by Boswell. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the drive there took 6 plays. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Tua now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing, here's a diving catch right side.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
To the air again, Herbert. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to Wicks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop the throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. John Kaminsky, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now a toss to the left. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Jamar Chase, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So here comes a very important kick now from Michael Badgley. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Badgley's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Chark. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Completes it to Hardman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Herbert now. And he fires one incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target. And it's third down. Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Voyagers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just two scores. With the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So now the Titans down by 12. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. They've come so far this year, but they need two quick scores late in the Super Bowl. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Tua. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Tua. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So it's our visitors who come away with a victory here, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with the way he ran the show, partner. He was in total control right from the get-go. Finished with over 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. I don't think he could have played a whole lot better than that.
it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks. From Mercedes, I resage Chukwueze. Then my babies, label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership with drip, you can see me leaking.